Good morning, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 8:15 a.m. The early bird catches the early worm. But there wasn't too many early worms that I saw this morning, but I've seen plenty of slugs, snails, eating some of my marigolds and in window boxes and stuff. But I had to get the pellets yesterday because I seen them eating when I came back the other day. Busy enough day yesterday, lots of stuff to do, lawns to mow. Didn't go to Cork to the match. We left it after us, or at least we should have got a draw. They should have wound down the clock and had one shot at goal instead of fumbling it and turning it over a couple of times. So Cork go through the Rebels and we are out for another year. So not making the quarter-finals is a bit of a disappointment after starting so well against Dublin and beating Mayo in Castlebar, but Shinee, as they say. Royal Ascot over. Well, the winning day yesterday was the first winning day we had, and I thought we were very unlucky in a couple of races. It started off with Schnellen won the first race. I think Christina tipped that up. Christina had a couple of winners yesterday, Gare de Champs and Owen had a winner, and Spodo Komodo, he had 3 out of 3, and he had gave a place horse as well. It wasn't placed, but the 3 that he gave won. Good man yourself. It's not the first time that happened. I thought Sacred had the sprint one, and we got nutted by Mr. Spencer, and he nearly got knocked off the horse just before the off. And I sarcastically said, because it was a pity, wasn't it? But he came back then to haunt me on Sacred, and Oratorius was 4th. I actually pushed a few small 5 each way on the one way back to the astrologist, and I didn't realise it was placed because the minute that race was over, I went out and continued at lawns outside on that one. And then the last race of the day, the Grand Vizier, I backed him at 25s the night before. I thought he had a right chance, and I was sure he would go past. And we had the most part of the half furlong pole to give him added a shout on, but it didn't happen. Moore, as a friend of mine said, Moore on a Galileo is hard passed in the straight. But anyone that got him at 25-1, it was a nice profit. And our nap went in Down Royal, Tower of London. He was 3-1 the night before into 2s yesterday morning, won at 5-2. But the double in Down Royal, the other one, Grecian Slipper, bet by a nose, came about 7 wide on the turn. How that horse didn't win, I do not know. I actually thought it got up. But that was it anyway. It would have been a grand into the week to have got that double up and the Grand Vizier up, or even Sacred to hold on. But I managed to do a video last night and it went off when I was gone a couple of weeks. I only found out just evening, a good friend of mine, he had an operation on his shoulder, so I went to visit him around 8 o'clock, and I said I'll be home for 10. And the plan was actually to have 1 pint first, visit him, and be home around 10 and do a video. But I left his house just after 1 o'clock in the morning. There's another book there as well, and the crack was good and the chat was good. But and the two of them horsed into a bottle of Jameson. I think the kittle nearly more than half it between the two of them. But there's 2 today at Pontefract. The first one is there's a fillies race there. It's a listed contest over 1.5 miles, and there's a lot of money there. I think it's 4-1 into 2-1 there. Cowes Carster, but it seems to be better at Epsom. Luis Casata, that seems to need cut on the ground, and this is good to Ferrum. So I had looked at that if there was rain, because I was very impressed with it the last time the way it won in a listed race. But that was good to soft. It won before that in France, very soft. Air listed last year was 4th to Maestra. 6 behind you, Journey. All of them were soft. So the reason I'm going for an outsider each way, I'm going for One Evening. It's an 8-1 shot now. It has only ran 4 times. But I actually tipped it up in a listed race in last October. And it's in the Lady Bamford colours. And Ryan Moore is on it. There's a big white face. Just keep an eye on it. It'll be about 3 or 4 wide coming around the turn.
Out the back, see Sylph and Viola, and now they're into the final bend, and Darmoiselle has hit the front. Is Darmoiselle by a half length to Penny Moore. Bartzella, One Evening, being strongly ridden on the outside. Then back on the inside of these is Strawberry, and then running on Pearl Beach, but Darmoiselle leading, the beautifully bred Darmoiselle, but Penny Moore is coming back at her in the blue jacket under James Doyle on the near side. The race has won. Penny Moore on the near side of Darmoiselle, and Penny Moore bouncing back to winning form and wins the River Eden. From his second, Darmoiselle, Bartzella fighting it.
I remember that race that time. There was a few caution. Moore, he just gave it one tip and left down the stick then and ran on. But that was only his 3rd lifetime start. So then, first run this year in York, put him in at a mile 6. Put Heron at a mile 6. And that's Heron the lead. She took the lead from Flagfall. So that's her in the lead. Now, consider this is a mile 6 and today's race is a mile 4.
There by One Evening, but on the case to the outside is Sea Flawless, who's now just a neck behind and moving well. Pushed along back in third is River of Stars. Now Mimikyu is called upon for an effort away to the far right. Alarus is following with Voodoo Queen over towards the near side. Hard up against the stands rails is Typewriter, then Wiki Wheels and Moon Daisy. They race with under 2 furlongs left to go. With the white face, it is One Evening, challenged towards the near side by Voodoo Queen. Mimikyu is away over on the centre of the track with battling away River of Stars as well, and now it's River of Stars and Mimikyu with down the near rails Voodoo Queen. There's a leading line of 3 here deep inside the last. Mimikyu in the white colours just about with her nose in front, battling back towards the near side is River of Stars, and it's River of Stars and Mimikyu.
The fact that was that horse only 4th lifetime start and back in distance, I think that horse will come on a bit. You have Voodoo Queen. It could be there or thereabouts with that again, and that's 5-1. And you see Flawless was behind it that day. And I'm just going against the favourite, an Epsom specialist sort of. And the fact that it's 8-1, they're paying 4 places as well. So, safety net job. And the 6 or the 5:15, 2 mile 2. We have an old buddy here, we didn't back him the last couple of times, Blow Your Horn. But he's gone up to 76 now. We backed him a couple of times and he didn't win for us. And won the last couple of times. But there's a horse that I was such impressed with the last time was Haizoom. It's gone to Charlie Johnson from Keith Dalgleish, and on good to firm ground, similar to today's. I thought it showed great battling qualities.
In front of Parliament Hill now for
That's it with the red cap, number 1.
Increase with 3 furlongs to go, and Oasis Prince being pushed along by David Allen as Joe Fanning and Haizoom rock along to the outside, and here comes Lord Caprio on the extreme outer in the blue and yellow jacket. Inside the final 2, Haizoom the leader from Lord Caprio and Oasis Prince. They've kicked away from Parliament Hill. They're making the approach to the final furlong, and now it's Haizoom and Lord Caprio. It's between these 2. They've got a few lengths on Oasis Prince. Haizoom over on the far running rail. Lord Caprio to the near side, trying to pass a very determined man, Haizoom. Haizoom the winner. Lord Caprio 2nd place, Oasis Prince 3rd, and 4th Parliament.
Second run now for the new year. Johnson, he has improved him, is 78. Well, let's see what I went up again. Only went up £2. So it's off 78. But it has been at that level for a good while. I'm hoping the change of yard and step up in distance will suit that today. So we'll see what price is it. $100 to 30, 3 to 1. I'm away on the road again tomorrow morning. I'll be leaving here around 6:30, doing another run, but shorter run this time. Picking up 3 in the Castle Hotel in Gardiner Street in Dublin in the morning, and heading for the Blarney Castle Hotel in Cork for 2 nights. On to Killarney for 2 nights and 1 night in Ballyvaughan after that, and drop them back Saturday. They're from Dallas, Texas. Don't know much about them yet, but if anyone has ideas where I should bring them Tuesday in Cork, pop them in the comments. Someone told me last night, Middleton, some distillery or a Jameson place. That's the only thing I have in my head, but I have to, they know nothing about Ireland, so they're my guide, or I'm their guide, and I have to bring them everywhere over the week. So I have to have a nice diary to show them in the morning, to show that I'm worthy of their man for the week. So I think it's a man and wife, and I know there's a daughter or son. I hadn't planned all of this, but it's something that cropped up, and like everything in life with me, I always follow the road that's put in front of me to see why am I on it or what's the story with it. So we'll stick with this for another couple of them and see. This could be, I don't know, I've no idea, but I will know later in life, as they say. So bash the bookies, over and out.